Why don't you work like the other men do? Well, how can I work when there's no work to do? Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again.
The Depression has spread to the cities where young single men can no longer find jobs. Nearly 100,000 men jump aboard trains, crisscrossing the country in search of work. When they get off the trains, they are arrested for not having a job. The official term is vagrancy.
Springtime has come, I'm just out of jail. I ain't got no money, it's all gone for bail. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again.
Ronald Liversedge has just served 30 days for vagrancy in a Sudbury jail. The scene at one filthy soup kitchen fuels his mounting sense of outrage.
The atmosphere was like that in a chilly, mouldy crypt. The tables were covered with ice and beans and pieces of wet bread. The meals were always the same. The exception was the shooting of a bear by a Sudbury businessman who gave the bear to the city, who then sent it to the soup kitchen, with the result that a few hundred men suffered violent diarrhea.
I went to a house, I asked for some bread. The lady said, "Scram, bum, the baker is dead." Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again.
James Gray has achieved the middle-class dream. By the time he is in his late teens, he has a wife, a daughter, and a brand new mini golf course, the latest fad. Until it goes bust.
My number came up and I was confronted with the ego-shattering discovery that there wasn't a single employer in all Winnipeg who would give me a job. It was my own fault. Couldn't feed my family.
Although 25% of the population is unemployed, R.B. Bennett is still talking like a businessman.
Never will I, or any government of which I am part, put a premium on idleness.
As the crisis hits the middle class, it takes a psychological toll. Though most people still have jobs, everyone is fearful, even R.B. Bennett. He agrees to hand the provinces $20 million for relief. Among the first Canadians to go on the dole is James Gray.
We received no cash. Vouchers covered food and fuel and rent. But we needed other things, many other things. Like tobacco and cigarette papers, toothpaste, razor blades, lipstick, face powder, the odd bottle of aspirin, streetcar fare. We could have cleaned our teeth with soap, but there was such a thing as morale, even for the destitute.
Their food ration runs out halfway through every month. James Gray stands in line to see the one doctor assigned to the 16,000 people on the dole in Winnipeg.
It must have been quite some time since he had encountered such a walking skeleton. I was 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed 118 pounds with most of my clothes on. I got the bad news. The doctor was completely offhand about it.
James Gray is one of nearly 100,000 Canadians diagnosed with tuberculosis during the Depression. Canada is beginning her descent into chaos, and she need only look to her eastern shore to see how desperate things can become. In 1932, 10,000 rioters stormed the House of Assembly in the Dominion of Newfoundland. They are calling for the head of the Prime Minister, Richard Squires. He survives when a fledgling politician named Joey Smallwood dresses him in a monk's uniform and spirits him out of town. The island nation is desperately poor, yet their prime minister seems mysteriously wealthy. Newfoundland is now facing bankruptcy and default on millions of dollars of debt. Britain sends a commissioner to investigate.
There has been a terrible misgovernment. Worse, terrible immorality in the government. The people have been exploited. And yet they are a fine people, really. And if they get a decent government, they will do well. Though the place is an appalling mess.
Britain agrees to assume responsibility for Newfoundland's staggering debt, if Newfoundland agrees to Britain's terms. The country must return to the status of colony, run by an unelected committee appointed by Britain. With few options, the people of Newfoundland vote to end their independence. Canadians wonder if their own democracy will survive.